Kevin Greenwood in the blue shorts versus Robert Studzinski in the black shorts. Studzinski from Poland, Kevin Greenwood from obviously United Kingdom. And those of you who don't know much about Kevin Greenwood, it's a bit of a rocky story, Josh, isn't it? I know he lost his first 2 pro fights, but since then, under the Goodwin banner, he's put 4 fights together now, 4 wins. The only 4 wins he's got on the trot now. So it's
he's improving with every fight as well. So
yeah, under the tutelage of Len Butcher down at the Spartan Gym. Yes, I mean he lost his second fight to Duncan Kutcher, who's a known journeyman, and Kevin openly said he had some personal issues in there and he shouldn't have been in the ring for the first 2 fights, and he's done amazing to turn it round, and he's a nice guy at boxing as well.
A really nice guy. And it shows how much determination he has to come back from 2 defeats like he did.
And exchanging blows there, Studzinski landing with the right and Greenwood coming back with a couple of shots, and Studzinski's been in with some good people. He's fought Andreas Evangelou, also Blackledge and Jose Burton, and obviously a Goodwin Promotions fighter, Dale Ojadiri, as well as another fighter, Leon McKenzie, as well. So he's been around and he's had a few fights. His record isn't the best, he's won 2, both by stoppage, but lost 14. He's only been stopped 4 times, so Studzinski is a tough opponent, and Greenwood hasn't stopped anyone yet, so if we see this going anyway, we'd expect a points victory for whoever seems to come through it. And I think Greenwood started the round a much busier fighter. The first opening minute, 45 seconds it's been so far. Lovely right hand there from Greenwood. And Studzinski getting the right hand and looking for a right uppercut there, and
Greenwood tucks up well though.
Yeah, he tucked up well, and Greenwood backing off, and Greenwood pulled his chin back there, and Studzinski got him with a left hook, and he's putting the pressure on now, Studzinski, and he looks a bit wild, Studzinski. He's got his hands down as he was wailing at Greenwood there, but Greenwood's managed to keep composure so far. It's turned into a good little fight this round.
Yeah.
2 minutes 15 gone. It's been a close fight so far.
Kevin's always in an interesting fight, so.
We said that off air, Josh, didn't we? Just before it started, we said Greenwood was always a good fight, and a lovely left hook to the body there, and the right hands, and seemed to wobble Studzinski. Greenwood backed off a bit.
Kevin just needs to take his time more as he's coming in, maybe move his head a little bit.
He's got the height advantage, he's certainly got the reach, he's much taller than Studzinski.
I think he's more of a come forward fighter, Kevin, though. So it'll be interesting, but I think he's probably just edging this round. I think he's landed the more clean shots and had the big work rate, but Studzinski has had his successes as well. Yeah, he's landed a couple Studzinski, but I think it's been a clear round for Greenwood, and I'd give him that round and work rate and clean shots. So round 2 of this super middleweight contest between Greenwood in the blue shorts and Studzinski in the red shorts. We scored that in the first round to Greenwood. We were just being busy. It was a close round, but we think Greenwood won on work rate and cleaner shots. And Greenwood started this round very nice with a double jab and a right hand. Studzinski throwing a right hand that just missed there. And talk about Greenwood as well. Not a lot of people know that before he turned pro, he was an unlicensed fighter, Josh, and was an undefeated English champion. So he's been around boxing for a while, Greenwood. Despite losing his first 2, he's been boxing for a while. Well, I think there's a big gulf class between unlicensed and professional boxing.
Absolutely, yeah, and you can see obviously when the undefeated English champion and obviously losing his first 2 pros, but as we said, he's on a win of 4 on the bounce now.
And I think he'll look to win his first title next year.
Bit of a weight difference coming. Greenwood coming at 12 stone 4 was Studzinski coming at 11 stone 13.5. So Greenwood does look the bigger fighter, just generally taller rather than stockier, I would say. But he's got some power, Studzinski. He's throwing shots. Both his wins have been by KO, so he has got power. Okay, he doesn't win that many. In 16, he's only won 2, but he looks like a thick-set, stocky guy. From Poland, and we know the Polish can be tough. Yet they come to have a fight and can be very, very hard to break down and stop. His record suggests that, obviously only being stopped 4 times in 14 fights, but he's having a bit more of a go this round, Studzinski. Greenwood trying to look to establish that jab. Greenwood's got really long arms. And just looks much taller here, Josh, from the angle we've got. He looks huge compared to...
I think the size difference is showing quite a lot here. Studzinski still having his successes in this round?
I mean, Studzinski doesn't have the best footwork by looks. It looks like he's off balance a lot of times when he throws his shots, and caught the right hand there, and a right hand to the body there that Greenwood felt. Looking for the right over the top. About 30 seconds left of the round. There's been a bit of a closer round this round. I don't think Greenwood's been as busy this round as he was in the first round. I think
good shot by that
was a lovely 1-2 there, and that might be enough to win this round. And Studzinski come back again with a few shots, and he's wobbled Greenwood there with a right hand, and Greenwood's looking to hold, and that was good work there from Greenwood. Got rocked by a shot visibly there, but covered up well and managed to hold. And Studzinski again with the right hand, getting through. Maybe a little bit late in the round now.
10 seconds to go.
Well, I think that's swung the round in Studzinski's way, that round with the right hand that wobbled Greenwood, and a couple at the end there. He covered well, Greenwood, but one apiece. So round 3 of the scheduled 4-round super-middleweight fight between Kevin Greenwood in the blue shorts and Robert Studzinski in the black shorts. And we scored the first round to Greenwood for his work rate, and the second round to Studzinski as he hurt Kevin there with about 30 seconds left of the round with a right hand that clearly visibly rocked Greenwood. But he seems his head's clear this round, Josh, and he seems to be back on his jab and back to his boxing.
I think he left his chin up a bit there, so hopefully he gets the chin down, hands up.
Lovely slip and then a right hand there from Greenwood, just missing from Studzinski. And you can see Studzinski's looking to try and land that right hand now. He landed, exchanged left hooks there, and I think Studzinski come off the worst of the exchange of left hook there, and he's looking to batter Greenwood with that right hand there. But he's covering up well, Greenwood. Not much is getting through this round. Uppercut missed wildly from Studzinski. Nice body shots from Greenwood there. Stop the assaults. He's complaining about a low blow. It's called a timeout. So he's got up to 5 minutes now if the ref's called it a low blow to recover. But he seems all right. I don't think it was as low as he's making out, Josh, but
you've got to do that sometimes, get the referee on your side.
Absolutely. And it's easy for us sitting here, we didn't get hit there, so it's, it can be a very painful. Getting through with that right hand against Studzinski. Lovely 1-2 from Greenwood there. When he puts his shot together, Greenwood, he's got some good moves. He can box quite nicely. Studzinski looks like he's only got that one shot, the right hand, the big overhand right that he's looking to land. He lands there. And a left hook there. It looks like he's starting to hurt Greenwood a little bit now. He's getting through with a bit more regularity, a right uppercut. And Greenwood doesn't seem to have the same snap in his 1-2 and his jabs that he had in the first round. The right uppercut getting through and the left hook. Studzinski's putting the pressure on now. But he stuns him with a left hook there. Greenwood stuns Studzinski there. But Studzinski just putting the pressure on. There's a risk of Studzinski perhaps putting too much in and blowing himself out, Josh. He's put a lot into this round, Studzinski. Nice right hand there from Greenwood.
Hopefully Greenwood come over the storm, come back strong in the final 2 rounds.
Right hand left from Studzinski. It's a tough, close round, this one. How do you score this? It's
an even round at the moment.
What you like the look of, and
they're just slugging it out, aren't they?
30 seconds to someone to try and grab a hold of this round now. It's been equal. Lovely right hand from Greenwood there. Nice jab down the middle there from Studzinski. It's a real pick and fight so far. Lovely right hand from Greenwood. Just seems like Greenwood's getting in too closer than he needs to be, Josh. He's got the longer arms, he works well at distance. It looks like he's being drawn into having a bit of a fight with Studzinski, which is playing to his advantages, but not long left of the round now. And time's a close round. How do you score that one?
I think Studzinski just nicked it.
Studzinski ahead, so it's very, very, very close round. So final round of the Super-Middleweight contest between Kevin Greenwood and Robert Studzinski. Now you've got it 2 rounds to 1 to Studzinski so far, Josh.
And you've given the last one a draw, is that correct?
I think, yeah, I give the last one a draw. It was an interesting fight. You could swing it either way, really. You can't make an argument for whoever gives it 4. So I know, talking to a couple of people around us, Josh, I know most of them have got it 2-1 to Studzinski. So Kevin's got it all to do in this round. But he started the round nicely, getting the jabs away. And that's what I think he needs to do more of. I think that's what perhaps he hasn't done in the 2nd and 3rd round. Got drawn in a little bit close. Lovely right hand. Good movement there. This is what he needs to do. Just be on his toes. Box from distance. Because this is where his natural physical, attributes lie over the smaller, stockier Studzinski. So I'm pleased to see in this round try and box at distance a little bit more. It'll be interesting to see which one of these fighters really goes for it. Last round.
That's it. Kevin just needs to let his hands go that little bit more, and I think the round could be his.
He's landed the cleaner work so far, and a right hand there from Studzinski. Didn't seem to hurt Greenwood. A left hook there.
Took it well though.
Yeah, he threw his hands out to show that he wasn't hurt. But again, Greenwood being drawn into a bit more of a brawl again with Studzinski, and a right hand again that lands, and that was the shot that wobbled Greenwood in the 2nd round. And he's putting the pressure on Studzinski now. Lovely left hook from Greenwood back there, but Studzinski just through throwing more shots, none of them punishing, but he's laying the cleaner work. Just the jab there, just rocking Greenwood back onto his heels, more of a balance thing rather than being hurt from the shot. Both fighters looking tired as well, Josh.
It's been a high work rate for both of them, so you can't blame them for that.
And 4 shots there from Studzinski getting through at the end there, that last right hand. Greenwood putting together that overhand right and the right uppercut and left hand there from Studzinski. And Greenwood's really got to do something now if he wants to get this win here. I've got Studzinski ahead this round. He'll just being busier, the cleaner shots, and there's not long left, Josh. Left hook again from Studzinski. Greenwood's looking very tired against the ropes now. Tried the left hook, right hook there, both one missing, one landed. Nice right hand from Greenwood there.
There we go, I love the uppercut.
He looks tired, he's just sort of, walking around the ring. Studzinski, he's looking like he hasn't got a lot left, and Greenwood putting a nice flurry of shots together there. It's been a grueling fight, and it's score at what you like, really.
I think Kevin's just starting to edge this round now. He's had a good few shots the last 30 seconds and again.
Yeah, he's brought himself into it, and Studzinski
I
comes
love the
back
shot with
and
Kevin.
exchanging shots there. Wow, how did you score that?
I gave that last one to Kevin personally. What about
So
you?
you score it a draw. I perhaps give that one to Studzinski, so I maybe have Studzinski just nicking it. But I wouldn't be surprised if they call this a draw, Josh. So 40-37 to Robert Studzinski. The ref had it slightly wider than we had it. I had Studzinski just nicking it. But a good little fight there. Unfortunate for Kevin Greenwood. I'm sure he can come back and rebuild from there, but Studzinski just getting through the cleaner work.